Last night I was at my kuti trying to get a Vinaya class tonight, and I had my phone with me and trying to. There wasn't much of a signal there at all, and I was trying to email Ying and Debbie about this car lease that they're trying to put together. And so the emails were kind of trickling in and trickling out, and there can be very easily, if we're not caught aware, it's like a feeling of needing to do something. And in this case, there is a sense that there's not many of these cars available right now, the particular one we want. And so we're going to Richmond to get one. And so there was this felt need to figure things out quickly that were kind of complicated. Who's driving, who can drive, who's on the insurance list, can we get the car insured, get the car back, on and on it went. And I could see within myself just the dukkha of, kind of moving with an urgency. And sometimes there is a legitimate urgency. Sometimes there is something that needs to get done quickly, or we have to handle things in an urgent way. But there doesn't need to be suffering around that. And also the tendency to pick something up and make it more urgent than it needs to be can also be very easy to pick up in the mind. And so often we're dealing with communication with other people and how to communicate, what's the best way and what's going on. This morning I was trying to explain it to Ajahn, and there were several options to deal with, but what I noticed in myself was just this feeling of urgency and it, having to get done, and that was a very unpleasant experience to continue to go with. And so I could recognize that in acting with that sense of a need, there was just a lot of dukkha going on. And I think we can see that in ourselves when somebody asks us to do something or whatever it might be. I mean, just the other day, there's somebody here to adopt a cat. It's like, okay, get the cat ready, and then several scratches later, it's it's not worth it. It's just like, hold on, like maybe now is not the right time. And it's just so much more helpful for us if we can have that hold on. Let's just pause here for a moment. Let's take it easy for a second and try to figure this out from a rational, calm perspective, a perspective where we're able to be clear with our reactions, our emotional reactions, and our speech. And for me, it's just very easy to just get revved up, just like starting an engine, just sort of like all of a sudden panic mode or whatever. And I just find that just that kind of like, all right, there's not like a war going on right now. Nobody's going to die. There's no gun to my head or anything. It's just fine to just pause. And if it's not fine, then, where is that coming from? And it really of course, there can be life and death circumstances, but mostly it's just not that. And so even if like something like we're talking about right now, somebody else got the car. There's only, I think 2 left in the Bay Area, but that's fine. We figure it out. It's not a big deal. And that, so that sense of urgency with what we're doing, and especially like the work period we have now, there might be a sense of having, okay, what's coming next? What's going to happen? What am I going to cook? What am I going to do? And just kind of remembering, like, it's not, we're not in a war zone. We're in a monastery. Just trying to connect with that pause, that kind of, let me think about this for a moment, or just come back to you with that. And it makes things a lot easier. And there's just so much more space and opportunity to act from a very clear and sane place.